Let's get straight into it, mate. Wait.
Hit me.
All right, straight away. Everyone wants to know where the PRES is at right now, brother. How you traveling? How's the foot? Give us a little bit of injury update. Give us some breaking news on where the foot's at with you, brother, at the moment.
A bit of exclusive news only for the boys.
Okay, welcome back to the long-awaited Skipper and the PRES, bro. It's been a minute. How's me boy?
It once. Yeah, good, brother. You?
Where are you right now?
I'm currently at actually my mate Andrew McDonald, who runs Ringers Western. So I'm staying at his house tonight. Got the launch of the new shirts you're wearing on the camera there, the new Mad Dog and Let's Trot Fox Addo car. So yeah, it's not a bad little concept. So hopefully, fingers crossed, it goes well.
Let's Trot. We've got another friend at YKTR. We're gonna get to Let's Trot. You can see him in the background there. Can you bring me one of Munster's best, please?
I'll be honest. Oh shit, he's bringing it up.
Here we go. Oh. As you know, PRES in the group chat, we've had a few shandies already. I've treated myself to a couple. So why not a little fucking Mad Dog Munster?
Oh shit. Oh, thanks, boys. Appreciate it. Hey, the shirt looks good on you, Timmy. You're looking good.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. Thanks, mate. No, really, really grateful for the opportunity.
You know,
an ambassador. I'm making myself an ambassador.
You know, the PRES backed me. Fox backed you in the race too. So mad respect to the boys. Love what you're doing, brother. We'll get a little bit more to it though, PRES. But he's going to sit there the whole time.
Oh,
sorry. Let's get straight into it, mate. Wait.
Hit me.
All right, straight away. Everyone wants to know where the PRES is at right now, brother. How you traveling? How's the foot? Give us a little bit of injury update. Give us some breaking news on where the foot's at with you, brother, at the moment.
A bit of exclusive news only for the boys. Yeah, look, I started running obviously 2 days ago. I ran 2 days straight. Done a bit of change of direction stuff. So all's well and good at the moment. If I don't get picked from Greenie on Sunday or Monday, I'll definitely be right for the Titans game. So fingers crossed I can get the job done.
Well, you're obviously going to get picked if you're fit. So what happens in that time period? So what happens in the next couple? How does it work with you in Melbourne? Deciding whether you're going to play for Melbourne next week or you play obviously Origin 1.
Yeah, I guess.
Who comes up with that? How does all that stuff work? Does that work with here, Mello's just popped in at the moment. How does that work with communication between, obviously, with such a serious injury like you've had and missing a fair few games to Melbourne? Where does the balance come in with Melbourne and Queensland in this sort of situation?
They're not very happy with it. They'll leave it there at that stage. I know Frank and the coaching staff, they're not holding me back, but
yep.
I know they pretty much told me where they sit, and that's mean probably obviously not playing or being in camp. They're pretty strong on that.
Yep.
I can see where they're coming from due to the fact that I haven't played in 2 or 3 weeks, and they don't want me to play one game for Origin and then be out for them for a month or vice versa. So I can see where they're coming from, but like they said, they're not going to stand in my way. But they just told me where they sit on the fence, and I understand and I appreciate their honesty. So yeah, look. It's a hard decision for myself, but at the same time, Greenie's still going to make a decision on Sunday or Monday, and I'm sure he'll probably give me a call in the next couple of days to see where I'm at, and I reckon he'll make a decision from there.
Generally, players when they have injuries, they've got a gauge of where they're at physically. How do you feel like it's playing out? Do you think would you be able to play? Obviously, you wouldn't be able to play this weekend, but the Origin is the Wednesday after. I can hear it quite well, Luigi. Yeah. The Origin is the Wednesday after. Do you think if you weren't selected, you'd be sweet for the game on the weekend, next weekend against Titans?
I'd be pretty confident I'd be able to do the whole full training session next week. And that's the thing. I think the club wants me to do a fitness test tomorrow or Sunday before the team gets picked to be able to give me their blessing. But yeah, I feel like I'd be able to get through the whole training session next week and play against the Titans. So I guess it's a bit of a hard one because
it is.
It's a bit of a tough one because it's hard to say, like, if I play next week and then like I'll get through unscathed. But it's like big games like Origin. It's a little bit more intensity, a little bit faster as well. So who knows what the stress and that on the foot could do.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I actually don't know, mate, because I never played Origin. But
but you're a Kiwi. You're a Kiwi. You played some big games, so
yeah. Cheers.
Intensity changes when you're playing big games.
You always look after me. I want to kick off
mate.
gratefuls, mate. Obviously, you'd be grateful if you're ready to play. I want to send a shout out. I got a really nice message today from Brittany Matson. She said that her and her husband Hayden are really big fans of the show. They sent us a really personal message talking about how our show has helped them during a tough time. They just had a new bub, Waverley. They call her their new bub Little Mudders, which you appreciate. Prez, being a Mudders yourself, we're about to announce a really important thing coming up. So they're my grateful for today, brother.
Lovely.
What's your grateful?
Look, I'm very grateful to be in the position I am. I'll get to be obviously talk with you. We obviously only met a year ago, and we've become best friends. And obviously with ice and everything, and this the way you boys are obviously a big platform now in rugby league and also sport in general. And just to rub shoulders with you guys and have a laugh and giggle every now and then, I'm very grateful for that. And this you rocking my new clothing. It's obviously not as high as the YKTR brand, but just for you boys as general people to show love is something I'm very grateful for. And obviously another grateful is just being able to play the game I love is rugby league.
Yeah, it's a really good grateful, brother. And like I've said a number of times, it's always good to be part of someone's gratefuls. And a part of that grateful as well was your merch, which I'm rocking right now. Let's give us a bit of a rundown. How did this all come about? It's all, fairly new to people, but there would have been a bit of a process involved. Your ginger beer is fucking grouse, brother. Thanks for sending down plenty of cases of that. You sent the kit for us. We're grateful for that. How's it all been going, brother? How's that side of it been for you?
Yeah, it's been a crazy roller coaster. Obviously, my mate Andrew McDonald from Ringers Western tossed up the idea to me to make my own merch, and we've been in the works at the moment, just trying to find ways of getting stuff out there. I like a beer and we like to have a good time, so just little things like that. Obviously, your coasters and your bar mats and that kind of stuff with your beanies and that, and then obviously doing a little bit of a collab with Addo with State Origin, and just obviously people relevant at the moment and people that are in the game that are a little bit of a character about them, and doing little things with him there, like the Fox. Yeah, I'm lucky enough to get him at the right time, scoring 6 tries, and he's hot property at the moment with all that kind of stuff. So just little things like that. Obviously, maybe doing a little bit, but maybe with Harry Grant as well, like the baby goat.
Yeah, lovely.
Just doing like things like that. So once I finish footy, obviously everyone knows that you're probably not relevant anymore when you finish footy. So just doing little things with players here and there, just to do a little fun little gag is obviously fishing shirts. A lot of people like fishing. Just similar things like that. Obviously, guys, even women can wear it as well. So it's unisex, and just doing little things like that. So eventually, once I finish footy, I'll be picking out obviously a little bit of characters in the game to obviously keep that name going. And a little bit with the cheese, I might do something with him eventually as well. So yeah, fingers crossed it goes well, and we keep going.
You've just mentioned when you finish playing footy, like you're in your mid-20s, you still got plenty to go, bro. So I don't know why you're thinking about that so early. You're fucking one of the best players in the game right now. There's so much going on for you, but I'm obviously stoked for you to see the players using their platforms. I speak about a lot about it. I spoke to Caleb and Connor Watson about it when they were on the potty as well. To see you boys doing stuff like this and taking advantage of the platform that you got right now. Obviously, you guys down in Melbourne, everyone loves you boys, the Fox and Cheese. So it's a great little venture that you've got going on.
Thanks for that, Scope. But yeah, like you said, I reckon I don't want to piss in his own pocket, but I reckon Isaac John was the reason why a lot of players now are doing that. He loves hearing it, and he's doing so well with his brand. And same with Normie and Chico. The boys have really obviously kicked up another gear and very smart with what he's doing and doing reviews and all that kind of stuff. And it's really good, fresh air with all the players and that. And he's got a voice now, so it's good to see you guys just going in a different direction, and everyone's loving it. So you keep going with that, boys. I'm very grateful to see you boys doing well.
Yeah, well, obviously a big part of my stuff is obviously getting you on board, so I'm grateful as fuck for that. Let's get into a bit of footy stuff now, brother. The Origin, obviously, not only are you in doubt, the venue is in doubt at the moment. There's a bit of stuff going on in your hometown down there, or your residents down there in Melbourne. How do you see that playing out? They're about to go on lockdown for a week. Are you confident that the game will be down at Melbourne? If not, they've talked about the venue moving to Adelaide or potentially Canberra. Where do you see that playing out, brother?
Yeah, look, I feel very sorry for the Victorians down there again. They're doing it tough. 7-day lockdown again. Fingers crossed it doesn't go the way it went last year. Couldn't imagine them doing it 2 years in a row. They stuck tough at one stage there last year, but yeah, hopefully the government and Dan Andrews and everyone around the traps can sort it out. But yeah, look, I think the game's going to be moved. I heard Gordy tell us last night even toss up maybe even Newcastle or Townsville. So still two good venues. I know.
We just lost him there for a bit. Hold on, Prez. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, okay, we got you again. Yeah. Sorry, what was that last little bit, brother? We just lost you for about 5 seconds.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, like obviously with Townsville and Newcastle, I saw a lot of people going to be whinging about having two teams or two games in one state. But at the end of the day, it's the heartland of rugby league, Townsville and Newcastle, and wherever they play that first game, it's going to only benefit the game. I'm not really too phased on where it's at. So as long as they play 3 games and we get a crowd, I don't think it matters too much, to be honest.
Yeah, and so you've talked about potentially the venue being moved. If worst case scenario, you're not available, brother, it's been tossed up. It's been spoken to a fair bit about some of the younger guys coming through. Obviously, KP's been tossed up to moving into that 6 role. Brimo moving to fullback. How do you see that playing out? Do you know if there's conversations? Have you been involved in conversations whether, if you're not fit to play, your opinion for who they play at 6?
No, they haven't really said too much to me, but hearing around the news and that I think Felice Kafusi might miss next week due to a dangerous trip, or seeing that. And also,
you can put Felice in 6 then for a little bit.
No, mate. He knows very well he won't be playing 6. But yeah, they're also talking about KP's not playing this week either. So
okay,
there's been a bit of hype around that. So KP might not be right this week. So it's a tough one. I don't know who's going to be playing if KP's not playing. So maybe Honey or Normie might get a gig. So who knows? Or they might even toss up Walsh as well. So it's going to be a tough one, mate. I know that Walsh. If I was a coach, I'd play probably Walsh in a dead rubber if we're 2-0 up or we've lost the series already. So
yep.
I think I'd back him just to blood him, just the way he's been playing his footy. But it's a big ask for someone so young in their career to play first game in Origin and in a packed crowd. So don't want to kill his confidence too much because he's playing so good at the Warriors. But his time will come, and he'll be wearing the maroon for a long time to come. Just needs to probably wait a little bit longer.
Yeah, as you can tell, I messaged you straight away after you played the Warriors and asked your opinion on Walshy in his first game. Another guy's name that's been tossed up, a couple of good young guns coming through for Queensland right now. It's another one, Sam Walker. If you watch his footy, you impressed by the way that he's sort of coming to the grade as well?
Yeah, he's a gun. I actually met him in Brizzy at Magic Round, and he's a very humble kid. And just the things that he's been doing on the field, I already like him already. Just the way he is off the field. I didn't really know too much about him until I met him with James Tedesco the other week. So, look, I really like the way he plays. He plays off the cuff. Just probably needs to put a couple more kilos on. But looking at him playing in the on the edge, and everyone's throwing so much traffic at him, I'm sure he'll put his body on the line and do his state proud if he does get the jersey. And Queensland's got some good young halves coming through in years to come. So it's promising signs for them as well.
Yeah, I talked about it on one of the podcasts as well, talking about maybe an old Mad Dog Munster, PRES, leading around a few of these young bucks in Sam Walker, Reece Walsh. Obviously, Brimo's pretty young as well. It's if you got Baby Goat there at 9. It feels like only in a couple of years, you're obviously still a big chance of knocking off New South Wales this year, considering what you did last year. But the future looks really bright for your spine. Me mate Ches is the ripe old age of 32, cherry ripe at 32. So, Ches has only got a couple of years left, and then, the mantle then gets passed on to the Munster with a couple of young kids coming through. So, looks bright for you, brother.
They're in trouble. They're in trouble if that's the case.
Oh, how good.
But yeah, like you said, mate, Cherry's still playing some decent footy. Still obviously playing well with Tommy Turbo at the Manly Sea Eagles. So yeah, look, he's going to be good. He's going to be good for a lot of young blokes in the camp anyway, regardless. With his leadership and the way he talks about footy and how much he loves it. So the kids will the younger fellas coming through will get a good kick and understanding of the game or what he sees in the game as well. So be good, good fresh air in the camp, especially with young faces coming through. Like last year, Wayne obviously blooded some young fellas coming through, and it was good to get a little bit of energy and a little bit of young youth in there. And and just the way they go about things. So it was really good last year, and I'm sure it'll be no different this year as well.
Yeah, for sure, brother. Got a massive future there at Queensland. Moving on to your team, Melbourne, your club team. A couple of players in particular that are standing out right now. Firstly, I want to touch on Nico Hines. He's been, with yourself, Harry, even Jerome missing a game. Cheese has missed a few games through suspension. Just want to highlight Nico Hines. He's obviously been talked about a lot recently with his contract coming to an end at the end of the season. You must be super proud of him, mate. I know you're close with him down in Melbourne. And where do you see his future, whether it be at Melbourne? If it's not at Melbourne with so many stars that you got there, where do you see him where do you think he'll be playing next year?
Yeah, look, it's funny. He come down from Falcons and stayed at my house for a couple of months, and we trained together and got along really well. And he's been getting closer and closer each year. And mate, I like the way he plays. He's very, very smart, very instinctive footballer. Reads the game really well, and he's really good at hiding himself, especially at the back of shape. Very hard to get to at times when you want to jam. So he's worked entirely hard on that with Billy Slater, and he's always learning, always in meetings with his book and writing shit down. So, mate, it's just the way he goes about it. He's been playing some outstanding footy, and I'm really happy for him. And hopefully he can find a home, if not with us, with someone, and play some really decent footy because he deserves it. He's obviously had a tough upbringing as a young fella, and obviously a lot of people would have seen that face to face with Matty Johns, and that's his Nico. He wears his heart on his sleeve, and he's always there, always willing to help everyone out. He always goes out of his way. I'm fairly sure he's doing some mental health thing with people around the game and telling everyone his story. And I know,
what's the charity that he works with? It's that page. Yeah, Lukey's going to look it up too. Those guys.
Yeah, no drama.
Yeah, that's where the story started, I think, when they posted on that. So it's good to see him doing that work, mate. I know, like you said, he needs to be playing. He needs to be starting every week. So he's done his apprenticeship. Lukey's about to give us the name of it as we keep going. Sorry, brother.
You're all right. No dramas. Yeah, he's always willing to go out of his way. So
Thinks Collective.
Yeah. So that's who he's helping out. But yeah, mate, he's going unreal. He's been linked to potentially the Dragons and the Broncos, which would be two really good fits. If Duff's moving on from the Dragons, it'd be a great fit. And then, if he doesn't end up at the Broncos, mate, I'm stoked for him. He's a really good kid. I mingled around with him back in the Manly days. He was a younger boy coming through at Manly, so I'm stoked to see him doing so well.
Yeah, mate, he's a good player, and he always goes out of his way, especially when there's boys injured. As you would know, if you're injured, you're sometimes out of the loop with the players that are playing, and you're not always on the same schedule. So, yeah, he always goes out of his way and asking some of the boys that if they're all right, and because sometimes it does get dark down there, and alternate for some of them boys that have been in there for a long time. So, yeah, just the way he goes about his thing, and he's always looking out for others. So that's something I really admire him as a person. So yeah, all good things go to people that are always good and always open up. So yeah, I'm glad he's doing well.
And another guy I want to mention as well, another teammate. I know you're obviously really close with. We call him in the card gang. We call him Red Wine Rome. He's been playing like a fucking vintage bottle of red from the south of France, and I'm talking the early 90s. He's been on fire this year. I know you're obviously a big fan of him. You're obviously proud of where he's come from, transitioning in that 7 role. For me, I feel like he doesn't get the reps that he deserves. I wrote something about him 2 or 3 weeks ago. People need to put some respect on his name. He's been, missed the one game, but apart from that, he's been the mainstay in that spine for you this year. So you must be pumped with how he's been going.
Yeah, bloody oath. He's probably our best spine player this year. He's been playing outstanding. He's getting better and better each game, and this shows at training as well. He's probably got me at the moment for probably best half in the competition, other than Nathan Cleary. So, mate, they're both good players. And yeah, Red Wine Warren gets better with age, like a fine wine. So yeah, mate, he's I'm really, really happy with the way he's going. And yeah, like I said, couldn't be happier for him. He's a nice bloke, does everything hard, works hard, trains hard, always working with his edge. So he deserves the accolades that he's getting. But yeah, like you said, I still feel like people underrate him. But
sure,
he's a class player, and he'll only get better in that position. Everyone's got to remember he's only played 2 years there, and look how he's done. He's won a comp, and He's probably one of the informed halves, not other than Nathan Cleary. So that's saying something. So yeah, I'm very happy to be in the same side as him, and yeah, he's probably taking me by storm at the moment. Probably playing a lot better than I am. So I need to start picking my act up.
I love it how you always talk up other players. You talk yourself down. You're so humble. One guy you just mentioned there, and we'll mention his team a little bit. You played him in the grand final last year. They're currently undefeated. They deservedly they're favourites of the competition. How impressed with you or what Penrith are doing right now, and in particular, Nath?
Yeah, he's playing out of his skin, isn't he? And obviously he's in our card gang, and I'm actually really happy for him. He deserves it. I know a lot of people are probably talking badly about Penrith and about how they walk about and how they're arrogant and stuff. But look, they're playing some decent footy. You can't fault that. And like I said, everyone doesn't like Melbourne back in the day because how successful they were. They kept winning. And to be honest with you, I don't see any arrogance in their team or anyone better than anyone in that team. I've got a good mate there, Paul Momorowski, and he says their club's just as good as ours. And they have something similar to what we do at our club. So that's saying something. And very happy for them. Obviously, they're going to be the team to beat. Lil Wise out playing out of his skin. Really like the way he plays. Plays with a lot of confidence. And then you got your Nathan Cleary. That's just probably playing the best footy I've ever seen someone play for a long time. So he's dominating the competition. And if he keeps going the way he's going, obviously there's a lot of chat about him obviously smashing the Dalian record. So I'll be happy for him if he does. He's a good lad, works hard. I'm sure he does. So all the best for him. Just hope they don't play well when they play us.
Well, speaking of dominating the competition, I can't wait till you're back out dominating Origin Arena, the NRL competition, and potentially a very juicy matchup in the grand final replay against those boys. That's what I've tipped nice and early. I can't wait to see you back on the field, brother. I hope the foot is all good for Origin 1. And hopefully, maybe see you after the game.
100%. If we win, you'll see me for sure. Regardless, you'll see me anyway.
All right. Love you, brother.
See you, bro. Thanks so much, man. Have a good night.
See you, boys.